Hello, hello. Oh, I need to change the category that we're in because we are no longer doing work with me. We're actually working. Let's see, dashboard.twitch.tv. Dashboard.twitch.tv. Stream manager. Edit stream info. Oh, we're in software development. Okay, cool. We'll say working with new open source. Maybe I'll say exploring new open source framework called AppState for iOS syncing and more! Exclamation point. Hashtag iOS. Hashtag SwiftUI. Looks like we're on. Okay, so where is Xcode? Let's see. CD. Okay, we really need to rename this directory. It's been called Haptics Studio for like 100 years now. Move Haptics app to Haptics Studio. CD Haptics Studio. And open it. Let's see, it says 0 viewers, but I think Bruce Leaf was around a second ago. I don't see anybody in chat now. Oh, you're here. Okay, good. I'm like, what's going on with Twitch? Yeah, the viewer count on Twitch always lies anyway. Like, it's either depressing, like, oh my god, 0 viewers. Yeah, even when there's actually people actually in the chat. Okay, I think I want to throw out all the work that I did or start a new branch at least. Let's see, where are we at? Cool. Let's I thought I had a AppState branch here, but I guess I don't. Well, anyway, git checkout. Oh, git pull, I guess. Already up to date. Git checkout -b AppState. And I guess I'll just make sure that we are building. Let's see, how's the music volume? I guess it come down just a little bit. And while that is happening, we can bring up the documentation for AppState. And if I search for AppState, I get Appalachian State University. appstate.edu. About AppState. Vision and strategic decision. This is a different app state, I guess. Let me grab it out of Discord. It's going to show my DMs. It almost did. Ooh, thanks. I love this song so much. Discord's freezing. Someone said laptops don't get slow, software does. Why does a messaging app need half a gig of RAM? Okay, here's the app state I'm looking for. Okay, so I guess the first thing we need to do is, because I am using Xcode Gen to generate my Xcode project, the first thing that I would like to do is add AppState to my dependencies. Wow, why is everything so slow right now? Let's see, Xcode Gen. Oh, right, this this app has 0 dependencies, so this will be the first one. So I don't remember how to do it off the top of my head. I will copy paste from my other app. Xcode gen.yaml. Okay, so it's packages. Yeah, let's just copy paste inspiration. And then we'll drop the URL there. And I believe we're at 1.10.1. Is that true? Yes. Cool. And then we add it to our target down here. And oh, here we go, dependencies, and then you say package. I guess we'll put it above settings. Code deliberately. How's it going? Yeah, I think it was 2 Fridays ago I did AppState off stream for a little bit with Bruce Leaf, kind of chatting on Discord. This is how you chat on Discord, like this. But yeah, Spouse B is still at work, so we're just gonna go a little bit longer. So now that I have the dependency added to the app and I have it here in packages, I can regenerate the Xcode project, which is super helpful if you're working on a team or if you just don't like Xcode projects, because I just find this format so much easier to read and modify than the actual like settings should be in something like this, not in an overwhelming UI that you have to like find everything. But to each their own. There's other strategies to do this too. I called it proj here. Okay, cool. So I'm using a little tool here that I wrote called SPX. And what it does is it looks for all the executable targets in a package.swift in an SPX folder. and it exposes those as little targets to run. So I use that to, I guess the main ones are, pushing to the App Store, taking screenshots for the App Store, and generating the Xcode project. And then I have just some helper libraries down here in the middle. Error. What was the error? No.env. What? How did this get deleted? Okay, well, we should fill something in here. Oh, I force deleted it. Great. Okay. Let's see. To find out what these might be. How do I find these out without opening? I guess these can just be nonsense values, right? com.fullQdeveloper dot haptics studio development team ARST 1 2 3 4, and these two are for uploading to the App Store, so I don't need those right now. Let's try generating the Xcode project again. Let's see, maybe I'll pop out the chat so I can keep an eye on you fine folks. That was so cool on the podcast recording last night. Peter was complimenting chat. He's saying they're the best chat. And it's like, that's what I've been saying. And now it's not just me saying it. It's someone else too. That felt really good. That's all you need. All you need to do is to know it yourself, right? But when someone else says it, that also feels good. Hoogle, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's hop back over to Xcode. Let's run it, I guess. Yeah, so I have two goals with AppState. One is to kind of understand it, and the other is I want iCloud syncing for the settings. So like if I should talk about the app. Haptic Studio is a little tester app for discovering the haptics that your iPhone can do. Of course, on a simulator, it's very unhelpful. The story was Spouse B and I were working on an app, and she wanted to know what haptics there were. And I'm like, oh, let me just whip up something real quick, and then you can know what's available. And then next thing you know, it's out on the App Store, and iOS Dev Weekly featured it. And yeah, so there's three sort of save slots, and then there's the built-ins is the last screen. So I guess it's not really make or break to sync these on iCloud, but why not? Why not if AppState does it, for free? Oh, and of course we have the little code export. So once you get it just right, you can copy paste this, text it to yourself, and you can also include the setup code just in case you want that. That is so cool, says Bruce Lee. Thank you. Let's see. This prop is much better just for for talking. It's kind of in the way of my trackpad at the moment. Well, I guess I'm kind of using it to like rest my hand on. Yeah, I know you all wanted a desk preview. Not right now. I need to at least clean up a little bit. Yeah, and I think having like a feature that's like not make or break, like, oh, if the syncing doesn't work on this, it's going to get 1,000 one-star reviews. Probably not. But if it does work, maybe that's an extra 5-star review or two. Hey, BitSpectre, how's it going? Yeah, snuck in a little surprise stream here. We're exploring AppState, Bruce Leaf's project in the chat, but that's not his name on GitHub. But we're in the context of Twitch now, so we say Bruce Leaf. So I guess I have everything in an in-memory state right here. This is an observable object, and each of these haptic events are also observable objects, and they have all of the settings right here, and they, as you swipe up, it publishes and everything changes. Then when you hit play, it goes to the main, there's like some services running that read the current values and make the haptics happen. BitSpectre says, not bad. I like surprise streams. Yeah, some people say you need to always stream on a schedule. Some people say a lot of things. So let's see. So last time I looked at AppState, well, actually, let's just look at the documentation for where are we going to start from here. I do think we're going to have the haptics engines be dependencies, I think. Let's see. Property wrappers, AppState bridges application state with SwiftUI. Stored state stores its user defaults. Apple. What's the Apple mean? Apple sync state stores its values to iCloud. This is what I want. This is the dream come true with this open source project. Doesn't say what the Apple means. Apple means Apple OSs only, not for Linux or Windows. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Says it up at the top. Oh, all the way up here. Yeah, I was born and raised in the 90s or something like that. So anything at the top, I just don't see because it's an ad. So I have like blindness to titles. Maybe that's just me. I was looking at the bottom. I always read footnotes. I never read titles and always read footnotes. Maybe that's just me. Footnotes is where the good stuff is. Okay, so Apple stuff only. No problem. We're on an Apple platform. State management. So I know there's a bunch of examples somewhere. Are they in here? I hear there's even a wiki for this thing. Maybe it's in here? Oh, here we go. Best practices. Okay. Application singleton, state structs, property wrappers, load function. under construction. Speaking of the 90s, best practices. Use AppState sparingly. AppState is versatile, suitable for both shared and localized state management. It's ideal for data that needs to be shared across multiple components. I guess that doesn't quite say why to use it sparingly. Your application expands, your app state might also grow. Makes sense. Review your app state to eliminate unused states and dependencies. Refactor if it becomes too large or complex. A clean one is simpler to understand. Test your app state. Ooh, interesting. Modularize your app. Okay. So if I understand correctly, I can kind of get app state working and then switch to sync state later. Consistent application state. Yep, that's exactly what I want. Potential challenges with sync state. Sync state is designed for ease of use and implementation. Challenges can arise. These may include ensuring data is correctly synchronized across all devices, especially. Oh, that's interesting. To address this, it may be beneficial to design your app state with sync state in mind. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll start with that then. Storage limitations, small amount of data. Yeah, I think this fits into a small amount of data. Okay. So where do we dive right in from? We could do a couple approaches. We could kind of ease my kind of in-memory state into an app state, or we could build up an app state and then kind of swap everything over. Last time I played with this, I tried the first approach, and I'm kind of curious to try the other approach if we just kind of build up a secondary one. So I believe the way we do this is we say application plus app state, and then we import it. Then we say extension application. I think example counter app. So then can I make this like a sync state, for example? Oops. What is it? Missing argument for parameter ID. Okay, so maybe we'll make these haptic events. I guess I'm not sure if it should be like all three at once or three separate ones. So we could have it like because there's three different save slots, A, B, and C. And then the built-in one, I guess we could sync this intensity, but perhaps that's not so important. I'll be right back in 1 second. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, this thing's on. Oops. Okay, welcome back. Sounds like you can hear me. That's great. Okay. Is haptic event a class or a struct? It is a observed object. So that like everything can stay up to date. Like when I slide the slider, the intensity like updates automatically. So can I stick an observable object inside of a sync state? Let's see. Okay, we'll take a peek. Okay, I'll turn that off. Let's just do ABC. Okay, and if we run it, I mean, nothing's accessing it, so I don't think it's going to explode. It really just depends if SwiftUI and the iCloud stuff plays nice. Right. Like, I guess another option might be to have a storage struct for sync state, and we copy back and forth to like a live, like the observed objects or something. I mean, yeah, it's not interacting with anything anyway. Let's see what's next. Yeah, that would work too. Yeah, I just don't understand enough about AppState yet to make any kind of decision about that yet. Right now, we're just throwing darts and seeing what happens, really. So I believe the way that we get these out of there. So we import AppState. Oops, went to the end of the file. And we go down to at, I don't have it memorized. AppState counter, var counter, yeah, something like that. So we're going to say at AppState of haptic A var haptic A. Yeah, property wrappers are all memory. Xcode doesn't help much. Parameter value could not be determined. Is that so? Is this because int is like a value? Make that property wrapper a sync state. Oh, okay. It works. So then instead of getting it out of my in-memory state, I'm going to get haptic A, haptic B, haptic C. Build succeeded. So if I swipe up and I still see the attack time change. Oh, but when I play, okay, yeah. Yeah, play is still not looking at any of that. Yeah, nothing broke. Publishing changes from within view updates is not allowed. Whoa. Okay, this might be something. You need to load the iCloud store. I have never worked with this at all, which is why I was excited for AppState. Application load. Okay, let me copy paste this. On app init. So I guess that would be where's the root? Let's close all this other stuff. Here's my app. Yeah, let's try doing it first. Import AppState. Value could not be inferred. Might have fudged the name. Let's see what autocomplete has to say about this. All lowercase. Missing argument label dependency. Okay. Okay, nothing blew up. Oh, and we don't have that warning anymore, that runtime warning. So that's nice. The entitlement file. Okay. We'll probably don't need the entitlement file right now, right? Warning was due to just-in-time creation for AppState. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because I have to remember my team name and all that stuff. But we'll still store to user defaults. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we can get to that later. Okay, so if in-memory state, say, no longer has these, I'm trying to find out where else I'm using these. So this is trying to write a new, oh, but I don't, this is trying to write a new value to the current haptic event for the tab. So I guess what I could do is over here, I can say, basically like do this here. Update this will be a root tab ID, and then I want this to be like a block that gets passed in, because I don't want to make a function for each little property on here. That sounds like overkill. Let's try a block, and the block will take a haptic event and return nothing. And then so yeah, so we'll get the event, we'll update it, and then that's it, right? Just make the function static. I'm not sure it needs to be static, but I'll keep that in mind. So I think this is what I want to do, like call the block with the, oh, how do I get the value of it? Do I say dot value by any chance? Oh, looks like I do. Yeah, so then here we say, oh, this is why you said to make it static. One step ahead of me. So update tab. Yeah, the current root tab ID, and then we'll say haptic event dot duration equals self dot value, and we'll delete this nonsense. Cannot find application, so let's import it. Yeah, so how do we get this? So we say application dot He said, "Yep, that one." I'm not sure if I was on the different one at the time. You need a key path. Is that not the slashy? There we go. There we go. Que bonita. Cool. So moving on then. So here's where we trigger it. So what did I do last time? So this was update. I guess we'll need one for get. So we're not currently supporting built-in here. I guess we'll just fatal error for now. Return. A, B, and so this needs returns. Oh, actually, they don't need returns anymore, right? Build failed, almost. Oh, because we need to use it. Oh, I guess I can make this. I already have this as a optional from trying to work this last time. So yeah, let's just make this optional, return nil for that last one. And yeah, so this will be application.get root tab ID. Cannot find application, so let's import application state. And that value, yeah, I have that value at the end. Cool, so same thing for the other kind of slider, the horizontal slider. Let's steal it from, who knows where it was. Let's just do it again for the learning. Oh, here it is. Just kidding, I'm gonna steal it from myself, I guess. Cannot find application, so let's import it. Build succeeded, okay. So if I up the intensity to 1, hit play, it still resets, which means I missed something somewhere. Let's plug a telephone in. Let's see, command dot. Let's get out of here and go to freaking account numbers and stuff. I swears I have it somewhere. Let's see. How can I get this? Maybe I'll just hide the screen real quick just so I can take care of this. I've seen other coding streamers have like this cool like blurry thing. How do I get this? I have to log into iTunes. Oh my God, and the music stopped? Oh no, okay, it's just a lull between the songs. Guess I can look this up on my iPhone. Welcome to App Store Connect. With the loading spinner. So how do I get the... Oh, of course they're not going to show the bundle ID in the in the App Store Connect app. Okay, well, let's get some new tunes going. Oh, no, it's just a lull between songs. Okay. Oh, thanks so much for the good vibes, Code Deliberately. I feel like I see you on my Work With Me streams more often, and I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you that much yet. App Store Connect. Yeah, the song is paused. What's going on? What's going on, iTunes? There we go. Now we're just waiting for App Store Connect to load. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Spinning, spinning, spinning. If I show you the spinner, it's going to actually load. Who's got big weekend plans? Or who has small weekend plans? The page you're looking for cannot be found. App Store Connect.apple.com/apps is not found. Small weekend gang, rise up. Okay, let's go to the top. App Store Connect.apple.com. We're spinning, spinning, spinning. I'm hoping to go for a walk tomorrow. And maybe we'll record some walking footage. Maybe we won't. Oh, I recorded some walking footage and I haven't added it yet to the Work With Me playlist yet. I'm kind of nervous because it kind of has people walking in it. Like, I don't really like showing people because, I don't know, I don't want to show people that don't want to be seen. Is that just the new reality, though? Especially kids. Like some kid started to walk out in front of my camera. I'm like, oh no. Avert, avert. Okay, App Store Connect is not App Store connecting. It's not Friday yet on the West Coast. It's still just 3:30. Come on, Steve Jobs. Get out and push. Okay, I don't know what this means, but this is not what I was expecting. We have information, we have an alert, and we have a blank line. Well, Apple is ready for the weekend. Reloaded, got the same thing. Let's see, maybe I can go to developer.apple.com/account to get this information. Oh, that loaded way faster. Oh my God, this website is ready to go. This website does not sleep. Okay, where are my identifiers? Okay, so we got everything. So now let's hide the screen, copy these in. Not like this in chat. Okay, so env, so this is, that's that, and this is this. And while I have the screen hidden, perhaps I'll try to take a peek at what ls-al cd dot and I forget what the issuer ID is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, close that. And I think we're back. Oh, let's just kill Safari just in case. Okay, so let's rebuild the project. And let's all right, this was this was so I could run it on my telephone. And I wanted to run it on my telephone because when we hit play on the haptic, it seemed like nothing happened. Okay, I'm getting some noise. It is resetting though. Oh, let me get QuickTime going so you can see this, the telephone. And then I go to new movie recording. Lost connection, blah, blah, blah. Register device. No, not that one. Okay, so now if I... Yeah, that's what's so cool about this Showtime library is it shows my thumb. Yeah, so it just always resets it And I'm not exactly sure why that is happening because we have updated it. Like, we swipe it down, we see it change. We can, so minus 54, minus 32. Let's go to B and come back. Oh, it didn't save at all. Huh. I wonder why that is. Oh, it saved the sharpness. So 1.0 on tack time, 1.0 on sharpness. Come to C, go back to A. They saved. I hit play. Now it's working. Continuous, sustained. I mean, nothing's changing though. It feels exactly the same no matter what. It's definitely not a 3-second haptic. You might need to update the value and not. That might be the state versus dependency for observable objects. Oh, right. I forgot that it's a struct. Oh, yeah. Okay. So for getting, that's fine. But for updating, yeah, well, if we just pass in the value, that's not so interesting, huh? So this is a, yeah, let's just try passing it all the way in. You could pass the state itself. But if I just say that value here, like that's just moves the problem down a little bit though, right? Well, let's see what happens. Build failed. The other place also needs it. Tukes, hey, how's it going? We are playing with an open source framework called AppState. Yeah, so it didn't persist. Set these down both down to negative, go to B and come back, and oh wait, now they did. But it still feels exactly the same. Let's see, let's set it to be continuous. Yeah, that is not a continuous buzz. Bruce Leaf says, but the value is the struct of sync state, and that does its own things. Can you change the haptic event to a struct and see if that plays nice? Let's try it out. Set this to a struct, which means it is no longer an observable object, which means we are not published anymore. Which means the build fails. Remove convenience, okay. This requires haptic event conform to observable object. So I guess this needs to be, how's this going to work? Tuke says, have a question. What do you miss when working with Java compared to Swift, and same in the other side? Oh man, that's a whole YouTube video, isn't it? I find Swift very elegant to work with. It like matches how my brain thinks. Okay, so if this can't be observed, I guess what I like about Java is that it's just so old, you can look up tutorials so fast. There's always a tutorial for everything. And there's 1,500 of them. With Swift, sometimes there's only one, and it might not even be that good. Or if it is good, it doesn't answer the question that you had because it, it's a little bit older or something. Yeah, I guess that's the benefit of just Java being just so big and ubiquitous for so long. Yeah, I guess at work I'm not necessarily trying to express myself though, so it doesn't really bother me as much. But on my own projects, which are more about, self-expression, that does matter to me a little bit more. All right, because this is dollar here. So I guess I'm supposed to get this by like at AppState. What was it? No, it was sync state, right? Sync state of. But that needs to know which one to get. I guess that's like the nice thing about at environment. You can make this a binding, I think. Okay. Cannot convert. So does this need to be dollar event? Looks like it. Tuke says, you don't feel that Java improved and going to the right direction with Java 21 and more? Maybe. I'm not really a Java fan, boy. I'm not like keeping up with the latest. My last few Java projects were all Java 17, and I don't even know if they're using features from Java 17 or not. Yeah, Kotlin's nice. Kotlin's like closer to Swift, but it has like a few of the warts that Java has with like naming and extensions. I love extensions in Swift. But again, I'm not really trying to express myself at work. I'm just typing in some code. I just don't care as much. Don't care in the same way. I do care, just in a different way. It's more about aligning with your team and building something great together. Which means I don't get to use my favorite flavors, like no strawberry. It's like, oh, that's okay because we're building, something together. So Bruce Lee suggested changing these all to bindings, which I suppose is kind of fine. I guess that means passing in a lot of dollar signs. Oh, this says remove it. Then why did it say to add it? Maybe I just misunderstood what it was saying. Are you doing Java Tukes? So, oh, just one of them wants it. Okay. I don't know why only one of them wants it. Oh, because I haven't done the other ones yet. Okay, this one we changed to a binding. Okay, that makes sense. We have our sliders. Yeah, so now this one's the dollar sign. Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess a binding. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I am curious to try out Rust one of these days, but I don't know. I tried out Go. I didn't really like it. They've made a lot of cool stuff with Go, like Kubernetes and Terraform are both wonderful pieces of software. Go Delivery says, can you say more about why a binding makes sense here? Yeah, because I guess this was an observable object. because this was an observable object, but now it's a struct. And well, structs aren't observable objects. Bruce Leaf says do it to a binding. I kind of did it a little blindly. But bindings are for structs and observable objects are for observable objects. But these are still just constructor parameters that are passed in. I hadn't quite thought about because I guess so what happened what happened when I said that was I'm like, if I change this to binding, like how does this actually get passed in? It's not from the environment, it's not from AppState. Like, oh, it's still just a constructor parameter. Dollars everywhere. So this becomes a binding. Bruce Leaf says, yeah, instead of passing around a class instance to change the value, we have a value type struct. Now we need to use binding to mutate that struct. Yeah, exactly. Failed to produce. So this is a binding, so this should also be $1. Is that true? Missing argument for projected value. Oh, because this is a binding. So I guess we say dot constant dot init. And this needs a $signs. So these are sync states. So, oh, it just wants $1. Okay. I got $1 for you. Cannot assign to property. Haptic event is let. That is a good point. What do we do? Has no member duration. Assign it to a local var. Okay. That's not just gonna like lose it though. The state value like this, or remove the dot value. Okay. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. And same thing here. Build succeeded. Okay. Okay, well, we're getting the binding. The bindings are binding. Look at those bindings go. Bruce Lee says I'm scared. Okay, the real test is when you set it to sustained. There we go. There we go. That is buzzing. That is buzzing for 12.51 seconds. There we go. Ship it. We're done. Good shit, dude. Yes. Love the success emojis in the chat. Some heart emojis in chat. Love to see that too. And another 12.51 seconds. Very nice. Very nice. How do I clear these issues? Whatever. Okay. Woo! Does it reload when you run it again? It better. So 493980007. Oh, it did not save it. Did not save it. But I think that's like a save point at least. Like even if we try out more stuff, I do want to save this spot. Get status. Get add. What do we want to say here? Observable objects to bindings. Haptic event is a struct. Maybe due to iCloud permissions and entitlement settings. Yeah, good point. That might be the next thing that we check out. I just definitely want to save that. Bruce Leaf says sync state should still store it to user defaults thing. Maybe testing with stored state. Apple says so. Apple wouldn't lie to you. Entitlements file. Where is my entitlements file? Have an info list. Probably just do it through here like a normal person. Entitlements. Bruce Leaf says, Apple says, changes your app rights to the key value store object are initially held in memory, then written to disk by the system at the appropriate time. Oh, I wonder if it's because I like force quit it in the, what's it called? Like we did like a hard cut off because we killed it with Xcode. So what if we continuous sustained 2.9 seconds, increase the intensity, decrease the attack time and decay time. Okay, so yeah, that's, you know, definitely feel the duration there. So then if we minimize the app and then open it and like force quit it like regular style, and then Open it again. Oh, it's gone. Oh, forced quitting causes issues. I was trying to kind of make it force it to write in a gentle way. So what do we do? Just sit here and stare at it for a little bit? Because I minimized it and brought it back, and it was still there, but that's not impressive, I guess. Yeah, let's get these entitlements going. Because I want that anyway, so let's just, do it. Okay, so entitlements, so we have the path, and then we have the properties, and then your unique ID should do you have an example? Open your Xcode project and adjust the bundle identifiers. Okay, next add the iCloud capability. Okay. Just do step 4. Once you have enabled iCloud, you can do this by checking the key value storage checkbox. Okay. Well, we committed, right? So we can do, we can make any kind of wild changes we want. Signing in capabilities, app, add capability, plus iCloud, no iCloud, multi-platform, iCloud. Oh, that's adding a target. Add a capability in the plus button. Not this plus button, but instead this plus button. Let's see, I think just key value store. Come on. Come on. Okay. Should be good. Okay. Do I need to add a container or something like that? Or is that only for CloudKit? It seems like that's only for CloudKit. Let's go. I'm like trying to touch it here on the computer. Okay, so those are there. Yeah, people asked for a watch app for this. That would be a fun project to do. Okay, so how do I how do I test that this saved? Guess we could swipe it down and come back. But I mean, that's we hardly did anything. tvOS haptics on tvOS, your whole house shakes for 13 seconds. That is on the same iCloud. You can load it on another app. I mean, it's still there. I want to force quit it. I want to see it die and come back to life. Is there a way to like show that it did get saved without force quitting? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Hey, it's saved. It's saved. I forced quat and it's saved. Very nice. Very nice. Are we done? Oh, I guess I need to test this for real on multiple devices, huh? And also the built-in one. Although that's not as exciting. It's just an intensity. Yeah, you can feel that. You can feel that. Bruce Lee says, yeah, one last thing for multiple device with near time sync. It's really cool to do side by side. Run a simulator? Is that going to work? Only one way to find out. Simulators don't have iCloud, says Bruce Leaf. Okay. Oh, run it on my Mac as an iPad app? Oh, that is clever. Oh, it'll show that the data's synced even if we my Mac designed for iPhone. It says it's running. We have errors. What is happening? We got some ubiquitous store stuff. It says it's running the app. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Okay, so side by side. Let's make it a little bigger. Oh, we can't change the size. Well, you can see that the values are here. So if we change the attack time down to 46, just chilling here waiting for this to change. You need to override the external function for the iCloud sync. Oh, why are the sliders all purple? That's not supposed to be that way. They're supposed to be orange on this screen. Weird. Oh, it got to 46. Look at that. It was... Okay, so let's change this to, instead of -1, we'll change it to -49 on orange. Oh, it's already 49. Oh, woo. Okay. It works. Well, that was easy. Dude, when did we start this stream? Like, we're done already. Not even an hour and a half. Okay. That's incredible. That's freaking rad. I don't know what you're saying about subclassing application because it works. So you need to do that if you have an object, not a struct. Well, I think I changed everything to structs, so I think I'm all set. So I guess we can backport the properties to here. Oh, how do I change the APS environment? I guess I'm going to prod, right? So those are both empty arrays. And then let's end quote this in quotes just in case. I got goosebumps. Oh, awesome. Yeah, dude, that worked. That was like hardly any time. Wait, this is for push notifications. I'm not push notificationing nobody. Yeah, man, that's huge. If we weren't jibber jabbering, it probably could have gotten it down to like half an hour or something. Not that that's good or bad or anything, just this is very fast. Do I need this APS notifications thing? I'm just gonna set it to prod. Then let's move this to the trash. I don't want to like force delete it yet. And we can git ignore those. Let's see. I guess commit, right? So I guess we could try it again with it set to prod. Command R, but I'm running it in dev, so well, it still has those. I mean, I don't want to push to the App Store with development. You know? So full queue iPhone and play. Those are still there. I can change this up to 30. I guess when we went and came back, it changed to 30. So I guess it's not like the observables or whatever aren't triggering, but it's still happening. So minus 24. Still up at 30. There we go. What was that, like 10 seconds-ish? Still pretty good. Really only going to notice it in testing environments, or if you like literally have both phones next to each other, like trying to break things. Like if you like put your phone down, walk to the other room, pick up your other phone, it'll be there already. Yeah, I wonder if it's because I got a little hasty. What if we just like chill? So it's 36 here, minus 24 here. Yeah, I guess last time I did this, I wonder if like I switched views right at the 13-second mark or something, and that's why it worked or something. Bruce Lee says, I guess you could do the custom application to get real updates without needing to switch views. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I am curious about it. And he drops a link. Let's click it. In AppState, you have the ability to promote your custom application subclass. Okay. And I need this for the real-time sync. So you can make custom application that override did change externally. Oh. Well, anyway, oh, no, okay. No, these are still two different numbers. You'll need to call object will change on the inside of it. Okay. I thought I rebuilt it. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that last tab, you'll still have to move that one over, but we don't need persistence anymore. Oh, I guess I guess this needs persistence. So we'll do that in a moment. Let's get this custom application subclass going. And then So where do I call this? This is kind of just floating in and out in space. Do I do this in init in my app? Okay, and then you said override did change externally. Call super and then call object will change. It is not locked, in fact, Mr. Xcode. Oh, it's trying to run it on not that phone. Okay, and then we can also run it on my Mac designed for iPhone, just so we can see the values change. Okay, so let's see, let's change 50 to minus 30, I guess. And we're waiting over here for this to... Whoa! It worked! It worked! Publishing changes from background thread is not allowed. Be sure to publish changes from the main thread. So do I just say like main actor? Main thread or main actor? Async call to a function that does not support currency. Main actor isolated instant method has different actor isolation from, okay, I think that's Steve Jobs says no. Oh, maybe we could dispatch async. Dispatch q.main.async. Requires explicit self. Build succeeded. Okay. And then we'll also do it on my phone. Okay, so we have minus 30. So here's the Mac version. So let's set the sharpness. It is not sharp enough. We need at least 78 sharpnesses. There we go. That was like less than a second. 2-3 seconds tops. Fantastic. Wow, I don't know what to say. That's really cool. I am very impressed, and I don't have words to express it. This is me saying that. Like, what? I am Bruce Apple, exactly. Okay, let's commit that before it runs off into the woods. Real-time sync. I guess we can say nearly, like the documentation. Yes, it is true. I do not have words for this at this time. Please stay tuned or something like that. May take a while, but I am impressed. That's a word. Okay, let's do this last guy, the built-in haptics. This is an enum, so it's already a value. And the intensity is a separate thing. Okay. Hey, good night, Code Deliberately. Hope you have a great weekend. Okay, so we can say var built in. So, okay, let's close the other tabs in memory state. So the intensity is a float. Built in is oh, it's just the one that's selected. Oh, okay. Easy peasy. So built in haptic. Is that what I called it? I just called it built in. Tomato, potato. Sync state. Built in haptics. Sync state. Initial. Just dot init. Oh, I guess we have to give it a. I guess dot selection can be the default. Do I have a default already? I do have a default, so let's say default. ID will be built in. And then built in intensity is a flotation intensity. Initial is 0.5. Okay. Okay, build succeeded. So then if we delete these two, we should get oh, that's changing too many things at the same time. Let's just delete those two. This will be plenty of changes for us. So does this mean I need to grab these things? Oh, no, I can just grab them right here, right? So I can say equals application dot sync state dot slash dot built in and do I have my parens all backwards? Oh, dot value. Yeah, this is just triggering, so it's just reading. No worries there. But I think that's the last. Yeah, this doesn't have in-memory state anymore, but we'll get to that in a moment. Requires that binding conforms to equatable. Interesting. So this is the root view. I think I can just refactor this screen to just grab this straight out of the application state. Let's see, I could do that. I already have it as bindings though, and I think I want to keep it that way actually. I think it's going to be half of one, 6 dozen of the other. But let's see. Cannot convert. Oh, dot value. No, not dot raw value. What's going on? Oh, insert $sign. Okay. It wants the money on change of save. I don't think I need to save in this way anymore because I'm trusting AppState to do it. So I'm just going to delete this and we will find out. No, okay, yeah, that was correct. So then the next error is current selection. Oh, so this is the slider that's showing the intensity. So instead of getting it off the in-memory state, we're going to probably just pass it in. Insert $, okay. And that is built-in intensity, so that would be current intensity. So we can just also add it here. $current intensity. Hey, build succeeded. Okay, so go to built-in land. Oh, I'm touching the QuickTime. Okay, so intensity is 50, and then let's also open it on our Mac, designed for iPhone, so we can test the iCloud Syncaroo. Okay, let's change it up to 77. I know, right? Hey, it's 77. It worked. It worked. So now if I actually, what's the word? Push a button, heavy impact, then let's change it over here to, I don't know, something low, 19. And it is much less intense, let me tell you that. Okay. Wow. I'm still in speechless mode. This is very cool. This is very cool. We need an it worked counter. It worked. That's actually, I think, somewhat easy to do. Okay, then let's come back to Twitch and let's say oh, thanks so much, dude. Thank you for the 100 bits. It worked, but the command, the counter did not work. Counters are an easy way to keep track of certain things in your stream. They can be used to keep track of things like how many times you've died in a game. Learn more. Counters. Get the current count. I feel like I did that. We're trying to get, well, we got it to work, which I guess is what you're actually asking, but now I'm trying to get the it worked counter to work, which is not working. So check this out. So this is AppState, Bruce Leaf's open source project. You'll see the number here is 19, which is, so this is a mirror of my iPhone telephone. And then over here, we have it running on our Mac as an iPhone. You see they both match 19. So on the Mac, I'm going to move this intensity up to 65. And in 3, 2, not even 3, 2, 1, on the phone also shows 65. It works. The it works counter does not work, but it works. Yeah, I'll probably figure that out another time. Yeah, and earlier we keep touching the QuickTime copy of it. And earlier we got all these things to work. So if we go to the first screen here, the sharpness is 78. Set that down to 0. And it's 0 before I could even look up at it. So that's pretty cool. I'm very impressed. And I've been saying I don't have the words to say how impressed I am. So put a pin in that, I guess. But it's very cool. Love that feature so much. Yeah, we started the stream, I guess an hour and a half when we first got it to work. Now we did that last screen and we got, it's so big I keep touching it. Yeah, very, very cool. So now we're just cleaning up the code. I think that's the end of... Oh, I guess we should commit before deleting stuff. Built-in sync with AppState. So I believe I can delete this file now. Build failed, that's expected. It'll tell me where I need to delete. Duke says, did you buy the Vision Pro? It costs like $3,000 or so. I don't have that kind of money. I'm going to wait for at least one price drop or two, and probably a version or two. Like, I didn't get my iWatch until version 3, I think, and I haven't updated it yet. There's another streamer that has released a Vision OS app at Coco Type. I forget exactly what his app does, but he has it ready for launch day, whenever that is. Oh, you already know about him. Oh, perfect. Previews do not need in memory. Now we're just cleaning up all the old code. Shout out was given. Oh, thanks. You know all the cool Twitch stuff. A wise use of moderator powers. Thank you. And I think this just dies. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Wow, okay. So that means we don't need this save business anymore? On ended save. Maybe we'll call it callback or something. Like, I don't know if I just want to like delete that. Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of empty callbacks at the end. That's fine. Build succeeded. Okay. Duke says, do you miss IntelliJ after coming back to Xcode? IntelliJ is really good. It's also really slow. IntelliJ 7, man, that was peak IntelliJ. I guess just make sure everything works. 60, change it down to 8. It's 8. Let's see, these are all, let's see, 79, 50 up to 1. It's working. I think it's made with Java Swing. Oh, you're probably right about that. Yeah, I did a bunch of Java Swing a long time ago. It's not pretty. It's not pretty to write, not pretty to use. Is there anything left to do? Like, we cleaned up code. Everything is syncing. Old days, yeah. Yeah, I made a music notation software in Java Swing, and then you could export it to MIDI. Remember MIDI? Play little MIDI songs. Yeah, I was the lead on I guess there's 4 of us on that project. That was fun. Test on test flight. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I can do a push to test flight after the stream is over. Oh yeah, then web took over. I guess so. Yeah, we were supposed to write applets or something, but that never quite got off the ground. They were so slow. Took forever to load. Very, very cool. What else? What else to test? Yeah, I think just get this on test flight. Well, I hope you celebrate pretty hard tonight, Bruce Leaf. That's pretty exciting. Nice. Do you work with Spring Boot on a daily basis? Yes. If yes, do you like the framework? I don't have an opinion. It's just kind of what the team is using. Seems fine. I've definitely seen worse. Oh boy, I've definitely seen worse. So I guess that means I like it. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I guess we can merge to trunk. Git checkout trunk. Can I merge squash AppState? Is that how we do it? If you had to choose, what would you choose? What do you mean? Probably like Swift Vapor, I guess, or like Swift Hummingbird. If I had to choose, but that's like in a vacuum. That'd be like for a project that I start, not a project for like I don't know, a big client. In France, says Tukes, there is so much Java Spring Boot jobs. Oh, cool. Time to eat croissants or whatever. I don't really like French food though. I mean, like I get it, but I don't prefer French food. It's doesn't have much texture. It's mostly like mushy. I feel that there's Java jobs everywhere. Bruce Leaf says, I don't even know what French food is. Well, I think like at least in Europe, like of course nobody likes German food or British food, so you're left with like French. I guess like in Europe, the two big cuisines are French and Italian, as far as I understand, and I'm on Team Peninsula there, I guess. I don't know. I'm not from Europe, so maybe a European might actually have a more nuanced opinion. Oh, an hour ago, already got a new update. What's new in this release? Fix crash. Address state being consistent in value from first check. I don't think I used either of those. Nice. Yeah, croissants, baguettes. Oh, I guess the French influence is not the right word. France colonized Vietnam, and we got the banh mi now, and banh mi's are delicious. Oh, and then the Vietnamese went to both New Orleans and Houston, which also both have big French influences. And yeah, there's some yummy food down there, I hear, though I have not yet gotten a chance to try it. Cool. What's next? That's definitely enough coding for the day. Been coding since like 8:30 or so, and it's now 8. uh, yeah, definitely want to get that up on test flight. I guess we could play some beavers. Or I could watch One Piece. Oh, I need to change the copyright. The copyright still says 2022. I guess that's coding, but it's not really coding. It's just making sure I remember to do this. Command Shift F 2022. No results for 2022. Okay. What? Oh, must be like only on the App Store or something. Tukes, are you in France? Algeria. Oh, that's pretty close. Let's see, is the game sound coming through? Probably is going to be drowning out the iTunes sound. I guess we should close out the iTunes. And then update the stream info. How do I do that? Timberborn. No more software development. Software has been developed. Beavers after a long week. So update 5 was just released last week. The developers have been hard at developing. And I had started to do like a Timberborn for beginners thing. That was fun. I think I'm just gonna like just play the game. I guess because the update came out, I kind of want to just start over a new game. So let's check the sound levels one more time. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay. Let's turn the game down just a little bit. Hello. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. So as you know, there's two factions, the Iron Teeth and the Folktales. The Iron Teeth are slightly more complicated, so you have to like unlock them. I like both of them. Feeling Iron Tails. And then which map? Oh my goodness. I guess I haven't really done this map yet. Yeah, Spouseby doesn't get home for a little bit yet, so we're just hanging out. What would you like to name your settlement? Full queue update 5. Okay, so the first thing we do is we pause the game and we take a look at what we got going on. So this is not that many trees with this start. That is a little concerning. Oh, there's more trees over here. Oh, and they give us stairs to get to them. Oh, okay. That's way more that's way better. Okay. The other concern is that everything touches the water. So this is definitely going to be, we might just we might fail. We might fail this game. This run. Might have to figure some stuff out and try again on the next one. Let's see. So obviously we want to cut these trees. We want to cut these trees. And then what else? I guess we want to perhaps partition some space off so that we can have some safe farming ground for when there's a bad tide. And it kind of looks like if we make a dam like here and a dam here, then we'll have all this space here for farming. Oh, Spouseby is on her way home. How deep is this? So we do have a little bit of water there. I'm just thinking, like, for our first droughts, where are we gonna get our water from? So I guess for the first drought, we could put like a pump here. That should be enough for the first drought. This little nook of water here. So let's get a path going. Then where are we going to stick our farms? So I have a blueberry patch here. I guess we can put the farms... yeah, I feel like this, we'll put like trees here. So I guess we'll put a farm here. But then where were we going to put our industry? Well, let's not think too hard about it. That kills half the fun of the game. Let's see, so we'll set this to highest priority. Let's get some tree cutters going. And let's mark some trees for cutting. And we'll also need a berry picker for berry picking. And we'll assign a bunch of beavers in there. So while they're doing that, we can start planning out the next steps. Which I guess would be... Oh, this is where we want our industry. I didn't see they gave us a stair right here. Okay. This looks like kind of a tough map, but these stairs really open up things that perhaps you wouldn't normally have. Yeah, so we've got this little water wheel. We can stick it... I mean, we'll kind of do something like that. And then we can have our... You won't be able to reach these two, but I just kind of sketching out my thoughts as it were. And we can also put our... Because we can put our inventors down here too. Although maybe we want another water wheel here. So let's save that area and put the inventor... I mean, these will get deleted at some point anyway. So are they building it? They put 8 logs into it so far. And then where are we going to build our initial dam? I guess... Yes, that's top priority. This will be second priority. We will need some, I guess, water storage. Water, and water. Yeah, so beaver's basic needs are food and water. Let's get an adult beaver. So, oh, and I guess sleep. But yeah, if they can die of hunger and thirst. I don't think they die of sleep. They just take naps. So a farm is they can eat berries, but the best way is for them to eat farmed stuff. Okay, so let's take 2 people off of buildings. They can plant this farmland. There's not really an intuitive place to, because I guess like typically you'd want to like dam this area, and this area so that you have water flow like stored up to irrigate your stuff, but that's not really possible with all these islands. So this is more of a this is a bit more of a challenge. So how do we want to keep our crops wet during a drought? The first one we could probably ignore, honestly. But after that, I am not sure. Bruce Lee says, got to go eat dinner. Have a great night. Thank you so much, and thanks so much for AppState. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for turning off this game. Yeah, I love this game. This is this is the hardest map start I've seen, and I'm dead tired. So I might abandon this run, especially since Spouse B is on her way home. Might just get the room ready. Yeah, exactly. Watch some One Piece. You too. Take care. All right, everybody. I am so tired. I hope you all have a great weekend. I'll be back Sunday at 2 p.m. for more live coding and possibly some more beavers at the end. But yeah, tomorrow will be an off day for sure. FolkUdeveloper.com has all the good stuff, links to my Twitch, my YouTube, and Instagram, etc. But please, of course, join the Discord to create stuff together. And I hope you have a great night.